So here's a paragraph from a student that handed in a assignment on Beowulf. She wrote a paragraph that is describing how Beowulf had physical strength. Now in the assignment, I asked them to give me details and give me text-based evidence for their claims. And so we can see in her first sentence, in Beowulf, soldiers use physical strength in battle. So again, she is using the present tense here. That's not wrong. She's using the present tense because we're talking about literature. But she says soldiers use physical strength in battle. Okay, that's fine. That's her topic sentence. She's telling me exactly what she's going to refer to in the rest of the paragraph. For example, in Beowulf's final battle, Beowulf would rather not use a weapon. Good. We've been working on in-text citations, so she said Beowulf wouldn't use a weapon, or he'd rather not, and then she should put a period here. So I'm going to add that period, and just to highlight that, I'm going to circle that period. I want to make sure that she sees there needs to be a distinction between one sentence and the next. However, he was so old that he had to use a weapon because he didn't have the strength that he once had. Okay, I think that sentence is fine. You know, there might be a few things I would change up if it was my sentence or if I was helping her with making that clearer. But to get the point across and to analyze the evidence she just brought forward, I think that does a fairly decent job. Beowulf wanted to fight his battles alone. Again, she needs a period. And then she says, in the end, well, she said Beowulf wanted to fight his battles alone, but she didn't give me a whole lot to go on there. So I'm going to go ahead and give her a comment saying that she needs to add a quotation. Just saying that he wanted to fight his battles alone doesn't really tell me a whole lot, and she needs a little bit more to that evidence for it to matter. So because there's not, well, she has room over on this side of the page, but as you can tell, it's one of those protective pieces of paper. So I'm just going to draw an arrow to where I want the comment to go. And down here, hopefully you can see it. Down here, I'm going to tell her, please use a quotation to help support your evidence. So I just want to make sure that she understands that she needs a quotation there in order for that evidence to be stronger. Then she says, in the end, Beowulf ended up needing someone to help him after all. Well, in this sentence, I notice that she has redundancy. She says, in the end, and then she says, Beowulf ended up. So we can take out the ended here because she already has an end here. In the end, Beowulf, take the ended up all the way off. In the end, Beowulf needed someone to help him. And then after all means the same thing as ended up, so we can take that off too. I'm going to move her period forward. So in the end, Beowulf needed someone to help him, and that'll need to be an ED. So in the end, Beowulf needed someone to help him. That works, but now we don't really have a conclusion sentence. She left that out, so I'm going to add that in, and I'm just going to ask her, where is the conclusion, or we've been using the word transition sentence. Okay, and once I'm done, I think she did a decent job. It wasn't the greatest paragraph I have, but she did try. And so I'm going to give her a check. I like the check plus, check minus system. But I give her a check to let her know that it wasn't perfect, but she's on the right path, and we will continue working on it.